Hey y'all, this is Destiny checking in with today's Daily Diamond. Happy Tuesday! As always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast. I don't know where you've been, but I thank you for joining me and checking out all that I have to offer. I truly, truly, truly appreciate the support. You know that I have to thank my sponsors before I do anything else, so let me get that show on the road. Of course, I have up first Kisses by Shelly. Kisses by Shelly now offers lashes and lip gloss bundle deals, so make sure that you check out Kisses by Shelly. Then, of course, you know we have Lisha, our up and coming braider. Make sure that you check her out. She's been very, very busy lately. She's offering feed-ins, box braids, buns, and ponytails. And then, you know, we have my best friend, Tiana Nate. Make sure that you check her out. Check out her YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And then, you know, we have the Royal Crown Extensions, the only hair that I wear. Sade is offering bonnets, wigs, bundles, and closures, and lashes. Make sure you check her out. Make sure you check out my YouTube review of all of my experiences with Royal Crown Extensions. I really, really, really support them and their brand and have been rocking with them since the jump. So make sure you check out Sade and Royal Crown Extensions. And then, of course, you know, we have Simply Susie's Creations. Simply Susie's offers custom distressed tees and sweatshirts. She's also offering custom graduation caps. She is really, really busy. She also has for October breast cancer t-shirts. You know, we got to support the Tatas this month. So make sure you check out Simply Susie's Creations. As always, please make sure that you check out any of the ladies that support me so that I can support them. They will all be tagged in the description below. So while you are listening, make sure you scroll on down and check them out. Check out their IGs. They're all tagged below. Thank you, ladies, for supporting me. I appreciate you. We are almost at the 3-month anniversary of the podcast. October 27th is the podcast's 3-month anniversary. So make sure that you check out the podcast. I'm trying my best to get my downloads to 2,000 downloads by October. And I'm really, really, really trying to cover some ground here. So make sure you check it out. Like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, tell your coworkers, tell those people around you so that we can get all of the love that we need to the podcast. Now, on to today's topic. So, I really, really, really want to take some time today to talk about womanhood. And so this episode is specifically for my young girls. I apologize, young men, if I'm a little bit boring to you, but I gave y'all a Black Boy Joy episode, and I feel like I really need to take some time to talk to my young girls out there. So, everybody knows by now, because you listen, that I'm a teacher. And as a teacher, especially a high school teacher, I find myself in a predicament where quite often I turn into a mentor. I turn into a mother figure. I turn into an auntie. I turn into a big sister. And it is absolutely amazing to me. And I'm so thankful that, you know, after all of these years of teaching, I am still motivation to people. I am still a role model to people. I am still someone who young women look up to. But sometimes that's a little bit disheartening to me because it kind of comes to mind, or I began to realize that for a lot of my young women, I am a role model, or I become the voice of reason because you don't have voices of reason. Young girls do not talk to their moms about things. There are so many things going on in their life, and they get in a predicament where they don't really want to talk to their moms. And so because they don't want to talk to their mothers about things, they need to find someone, or they need to have someone in their corner that they can talk to and talk about particular things. And so young girls, I'm here to tell you that today, if you are extremely uncomfortable with yourself, that's okay. My mom always tells me that you don't really get comfortable with yourself and with who you are until you're at least 30. And I really, really have to agree. And so I don't know what is going on in our world, but I kind of sort of do. But I know that our young girls are quite often in a predicament in which they are dealing with so many problems. They are dealing with so many other influences, and they are in a place in which they're constantly comparing themselves to women that they see on social media, other women that they see on TV, other girls that they know whose lives seem to be perfect. And so quite a lot of our young girls are walking around depressed. They are dealing with issues. They are young mothers, and maybe their relationship isn't going the way that they thought it did, or they thought it should, or they thought that it would. And so they find themselves in these very awkward positions. So if you are a young girl, you are a young mother, and you are listening to this, I am here to tell you that you really need to work on loving yourself. You really need to work on putting yourself in a predicament where you can be thankful for all of the things that you have accomplished, especially if you're a young mother, because I can only imagine how overwhelming being a young mother is, especially if you didn't, everything just wasn't in order, or you and the dad didn't work out. And so now you're out here, basically co-parenting or single parenting this child, and you're stressed and you're young and you don't have it all figured out. But I think also one thing to consider, young girls, young women, is that you need to put yourself also in a predicament in which you have somebody that you can talk to. As a high school English teacher, man, let me tell you, I've been teaching now, this is 8 years, and I am still the person where girls reach out, they'll text me, they'll call me, they'll DM me and ask me to help them, with an issue. And I have absolutely no problem doing that. But if you are an aunt listening, you are a big sister listening, like, let's wrap our love and let's wrap our support around our young girls so that they have someone that they can talk to. Girls, we all know it as women. Like, your mom is not necessarily the best person to talk to. Your mom is not necessarily the person that you want to ask those awkward questions to. And so they need support. They need love. I am always here as a person to talk to, especially about an issue. But our young girls really need some love, and they really need some support in that avenue. And so I challenge those of you who are older, who are listening, how could you put yourself in a predicament to be supportive? How could you put yourself in a predicament to be a voice of reason for that young girl that's struggling with body image, or that's struggling with a relationship, or that's struggling as a young parent? How could you be a voice of reason, or a person who could help them in their process? And so, I watch young girls so often, especially in the job that I do, and they're just struggling. And they really, really, really want to be able to have someone that they could talk to, have someone that they could ask a question to. And you don't even understand how much stuff I get. You don't even understand how much stuff I wind up dealing with, because I wind up being surrounded with young girls, or surrounded by young girls that have a million questions. And they're uncomfortable asking their parents. They're uncomfortable asking a teacher. They're uncomfortable asking a sister these questions. And I really want us as older women to begin to assist these young women. Quite a lot of young women that I encounter are dealing with depression. And it's not healthy. And so, young girls, if you are one of the young girls and you're listening and you're dealing with depression, I challenge you to get some help. I challenge you to go to therapy. I challenge you to go to counseling. I challenge you to put yourself in a predicament so that you can be the best and better version of you. If you are a young mother and you depressed, look, your child ain't going to be your only motivation. You're going to have to go and get some help. You're going to have to find somebody that you can talk to so that you can be better for your child. Everybody, oh, my child is my motivation. That's great. My children are my motivation too. But your children cannot motivate you out of every problem. Your children cannot motivate you to fix everything. Some stuff is too big for us to fix on our own, and that's okay. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm struggling with this, or I'm struggling with that, and I need help. It is okay to get a diary and write. It is okay to talk to someone that you trust. But really, really, really young women, young girls, understand that you are great, you are worthy, you are enough as you are. You don't have to change your body, you don't have to change your image, you don't have to change your hair to satisfy. So you can do it because that's what you choose to do. You can do it because that's what you want to do, but you don't have to do it. It is not a necessary requirement. Do not feel like you need to continue to compare yourselves, to the people that you see on social media. These are not real people. They're not real images. This morning it was crazy to me because I screenshotted an image that I saw on Facebook of a girl who, her body was like a real woman body. And she had surgery. And she looked like every other girl that we see on the internet that we want to look like. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I really need to do that to myself. And then I began to think about it. No, I don't. No, I don't. You're going to have to love me the way that I am, and I'm not about to turn myself into some fake representation of myself just to be okay. Just to say I look cute in this, or just to say that I look cute in that. Understand that real bodies and real women do exist, and it's okay. One of my favorite quotes in the world is, perfect girls aren't real and real girls aren't perfect. It's okay to be a real girl. You don't have to aspire to be a perfect girl. Aspire to be a real girl. And so young girls, young women, I am out there. I am challenging you to put yourself in a predicament and put yourself around someone so that you can be happy. You can be healthy. You can be the best version of yourself, even at a young girl. You're not going to be okay with yourself right now because you're too young for that. But begin to make those steps so that you can be proud of yourself and be okay with yourself earlier than I did, or earlier than your mother did, or earlier than some other woman that you know did. Put yourself in the absolute best predicament. And when I say that, I am reminded, and I have to shout out my best friend Tiana. She is the VP of an organization called Womanhood, and they work with young girls working on mentoring and things of that sort. And I cannot wait until the Diamond brand and Elite Woman begin to knock heads so that we can begin to transition this love of womanhood and love of young womanhood into something that is great and that is beautiful. And so today, if you're listening, young girls, I challenge you to one, trust yourself, and two, understand how beautiful you are and how thankful you are and how great that you are. And that if you're not okay with yourself right now, that's okay too, but you will be. Okay? You are absolutely amazing. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are powerful. And you deserve the absolute best. And so today, that's what I want you to focus on. That's what I want you to think about, because you, my baby, are absolutely great. And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I'll see you guys tomorrow.